Alright, what's up, gang? This is a very special anniversary episode of the Red Dawn of the Dead Power Hour, or 15 to 20 minutes, because that's usually about how long I can talk without messing up. It's not an anniversary of me doing YouTube videos or anything like that. This is actually my wife and my 10-year anniversary of being married. So I'm coming to you from my palatial rental house in Wilmington, North Carolina. We got married here 10 years ago, and we decided to come back, celebrate the occasion. And, while I'm out here, I'm going to do some shopping. So this is our last night here. So I'm just going to show off everything that I've bought in the week that we've been in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I'll start off with, how you go to a different town and they might have the same stores as you do, but you're going to find different stuff. So I was actually able to find some cool stuff on the shelves at Target, Walmart, Best Buy, just things that I would never find in Lexington, Kentucky. So I'll start off with what I got at Target. Found this guy sitting on the shelf. This is the newest Thanos figure, and honestly probably the best figure they've released of him. If you can really see the details, but it is just a really good interpretation of the character. This is the Thanos that I read in Infinity Gauntlet, and the packaging is really cool. Got Lady Death there. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. It's got him doing the snap. And it's got a head that I don't really care for there, so I probably won't be using that. But really cool figure. I will never find this on a shelf in Lexington, so couldn't believe it was sitting there. I actually got another one for a buddy of mine because he also wanted one. And then I found this also at the Target. I'm not really sure what these are. It's some mega constructs. It's like a little almost Lego type thing. I didn't want it for that. I just wanted it because it's a Skeletor head, and I think it glows in the dark, and it's pretty cool looking. So got me a little Skeletor head. And went next door to Walmart, which is right next to the Target here. Found this guy sitting on the shelf. This is a Walmart exclusive glow-in-the-dark Creep from Creepshow. This box is absolutely mangled. Just horrendously mangled. But I already have the regular Creep, and the box is immaculate. So I'm going to open this one and display it. So pretty cool little figure. You can see it. So I'm taking this guy out of the box, and he was the only one there, so it's not like I had an option to pick a better box. So then let's see here. Went into the Dollar Tree here, and the Dollar Tree had a bunch of these tiny miniature G.I. Joes. This is limited edition. There were 6 of them. And I bought all 6 of them. So we got Duke, Snake Eyes, and Roadblock for the Joes. And then for Cobra, we've got a Red Ninja, Destro, and a Cobra Commander. Not sure why they went with the Red Ninja instead of Storm Shadow. Since you think they did the Snake Eyes, you'd think they would do the Storm Shadow, but. And I have no idea if these are articulated. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they're just little figurines. And I think they're plastic. There's not really any weight to it. But I figured since they had all 6 of them there, I should probably go ahead and get them. And, I'm a sucker for anything G.I. Joe. So bought all those. And then the Best Buy out here. Grab some Blu-rays. Got the Castlevania Season 3. It just came out, so picked that up. If you're not watching this, you should. It's on Netflix. It's amazing. I think it's probably the best thing on Netflix, so check it out. And then a couple things that were on the shelf that I was surprised. This is Jaws Steelbook. It's the 4K Steelbook for the anniversary. This is it's been out for a little while, so I was very shocked that this was still sitting on the shelf here. We sold out of these immediately in Lexington. I think, I don't even remember the stores having them. I think if you didn't get them online, you were screwed. So, very cool. There was one little lone guy sitting on the shelf, so I grabbed him up. And there was also one little lone guy of this. It's the Rad Mondo Steelbook. Yes, I already bought the Vinegar Syndrome 4K release. I don't care. It's rad. It's a steelbook. It's Mondo. Pretty cool addition to this. You got Crew Jones on the cover doing his thing. And let's see. This actually says it's 4K too. I don't know. It's Mill Creek Entertainment. They're not really known for their transfers or anything, but I dig this edition, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. So we got some cool steelbooks from Best Buy. And the last place that we went to that we also have in Lexington is Ollie's. And Ollie's has like a whole rack of graphic novels, trade paperbacks. They got a whole rack of them, and most of them are garbage. All the ones back home, I think we bought anything that was good there like years ago. But this one had some stuff that I hadn't seen at an Ollie's before. They had the Jonathan Hickman run of New Avengers. They had the first one and I think they had the third one, but it was in hardback, so my OCD wouldn't let me do kind of cross formatting. So this is an awesome run. It's not so much Avengers as it is Illuminati, if you're familiar with that kind of core group of characters. But it's Jonathan Hickman, and it is. I highly recommend this. This is an amazing run of New Avengers. And then I bought hardback of the Infinity Relativity. This is a sequel to Infinity Revelation, which I also have in hardback, but I haven't read. I think my friend got it for me a couple years back. Haven't read it. And this is the sequel, and there's one more after that I will probably grab, I'm assuming, if I like them. So this gives me more motivation to read that first one. And they also had a couple of really cool hardbacks of Doctor Strange. I think this is Jason Aaron run. Yeah, Jason Aaron run of Doctor Strange. They had the first 2 volumes for like $3. They're hardbacks, and they're really cool editions of these. So I wasn't going to leave them there. And that is everything I got from stores that we also have in Lexington that they also have in here in Wilmington. And then we found a couple of stores that I wanted to check out, and we went there. One was called Memory Lane Comics, and my wife bought me a couple things for our anniversary. She got me all the Ollie's books too. She got me the Game Reverse version of Taskmaster, looking a little bit like Casey Jones. More Casey Jones than Taskmaster, but I'm a sucker for all things Tasky. So I was glad she picked this up for me. And she also got me a G.I. Joe that I was missing from the collection. Pimp Daddy Destro. It's actually Prophet Director Destro, but everybody calls him Pimp Daddy. Because look at that outfit. Pimp Daddy D. Alright, and there was a used bookstore here called the Used Bookery. Went in there. Actually found some stuff that I've never seen before. I'm not familiar with it. Could be good, could be bad. First one I got was The Troop by Gordon Linsner. It's a pocketbook horror. It's one of my favorite labels to collect. I hope it's good. I'm not sure. Found a short story collection by Al Sarantonio called Toy Box. Of course, I picked it up because it reminded me of Jester from the Pumpkinhead or Puppet Master series of films. This one's Leisure, and then I read on the back that it's a short story collection. So I dig short horror. Should be pretty cool. And I grabbed another short horror collection called Freak Show. And it seems like this one seems like the stories may intertwine, not necessarily intertwine, but have a little more in common than your typical anthology with a bunch of different writers. So, see, Dan Simmons is in this one, F. Paul Wilson, Craig Shaw Gardner, Thomas F. Monteleone. Should be kind of cool. And on the book front, or magazine front, we found a place called Whatever Wilmington. And they had a lot of like older toys and movie posters and memorabilia and stuff. And I started going through the magazines, and I found this Amazing Heroes with Moon Knight on the cover. It's in really good shape. And I will add anything Moon Knight to the collection. And then I went a little bit overboard, but I'm on vacation. But I found Fango 2, the Prophecy on the cover. The monster movie Prophecy, not the Christopher Walken Prophecy. This one's way better. Fango 3, Christopher Lee on the cover, and Kojak. Fango 4, with Spock of all things on the cover. You've got the iconic Reggie Alder from Salem's Lot, but you go with Spock. I think they were probably just trying to find their legs at this point in their audience, because the next cover is 6, and it has Star Wars on the cover. And I've got 5 at home, so it's kind of odd. They didn't even have 5, so it worked out in my favor. 7 with Jack. And the last Fango I bought is Fango 10 scanners. They had 9, which has a Motel Hell cover on it. I wanted $50 for it. I was spending enough money as it was, so couldn't do it. So I need 1, 8, and 9. I have the first 10 Fangos. And the last place we went to was a place called Yellow Dog Discs. And I wasn't even trying to buy any vinyl. And I ended up buying some vinyl. And these were pricey, but I've never seen stuff like this in a store, so I had to buy it. The first thing I bought was a little bit of Anthrax. This is Boston Breakout. It's a live recording from 1993 that they did. It wasn't actually Boston, it was like outside of Boston, but this is Bush era Anthrax. Love Bush era Anthrax, so this ought to be pretty cool. I cannot wait to get home and spin these. Picked that up. Also picked up the latest John Carpenter. This is his third. Lost Themes 3. Let's see, this is limited edition red vinyl. I'm pretty stoked for this. I really like John Carpenter's music as well as his movies. And these last 3 here are pretty cool soundtracks. This is from Toxic Toast Records, which I have never heard of these guys. Had no idea this was out. This is the soundtrack for Deadly Prey. If you haven't seen this movie, if you like just low budget, ridiculous 80s action movies, this is your movie. Hilarious movie. It's like so bad it's good. Highly recommend. They made a sequel like 20 or 30 years later with pretty much the same cast, even though half of them died in this movie. So, pretty sweet. I have no idea what this is going to sound like. I've never heard of this particular record company, Toxic Toast Records. So, we'll give them a shot. And the last 2 I bought were TerraVision Records, which is they released Spookies, which is one of my favorite releases. And they did Killing Spree, also really cool. And these two I saw there, and this is what started me picking out these records. So I saw Dead Time Stories, which I didn't even know got released. Look at this sweet cover on the Dead Time Stories. Just cool TerraVision records. Can't wait to get home and listen to these. Last one I grabbed, another just gonzo movie, Creepazoids. This is actually talked about the Blu-ray I picked up during the full moon sale. This was kind of a big movie from when I was a kid. I remember watching this way too young. Left an influence on me. It's not a good movie by any means. It's just really nostalgic for me. And this is just an awesome TerraVision release of this. So looking forward to checking all these out. And that is the Wilmington haul. That's everything I've bought, minus the just incredible amount of food that we've eaten here. It's been an awesome experience. Don't know that we'll ever come back. Just a long drive. Took 10 hours to get here, but totally worth it. Just amazing atmosphere out here. Really cool city. A lot of filming locations out here. I've seen a lot of cool stuff. Seen a lot of things from Corey Haim Silver Bullet movie, and of course Maximum Overdrive filmed out here. A lot of Stephen King movies. I think Cat's Eye filmed out here. Forget what else. A bunch of Stephen King movies. But really cool town. Happy to see it again. Might be my last time though. So that is all for the Wilmington haul. Till next time, stay afraid.